Welcome back to African Colonization TV. In today's topic, we goes into the issue of Christian genocide in Nigeria. As it is now, Nigeria has become very hot to the terrorists. Every day it is getting hotter. Every day it is getting hotter to those who don't want the Christians to be. According to the headline today, they say breaking news. U.S. military anti-terrorist squad arrived Nigeria to destroy the terrorists committing genocide against the Christians in Nigeria. So that is it. The U.S., the American, they have sent their anti-terrorist squad into Nigeria. So don't skip any part of the video. You are going to see and you are going to watch it by yourself. And also our activist, Okocha, who explained a lot of things about what is going on in Nigeria. Because the way you are seeing the country, everyone and everybody is seeing it. The government, they thought that it is something that they can close overnight. That is why they are doing every means to shut it down. But still yet, they cannot shut it down. This time around, both the government that is sponsoring the terrorists, both those that is behind, it is getting hotter every day to them. Because it is not what they expect, is not what they are seeing as it is. So they are seeing different something. This issue of Islamization of Nigeria and the genocide against the Christian in Nigeria, whenever you come up to speak about it, those that claim that they are governments and they are ruling, they will be telling you that there is nothing like genocide and there is nothing like Islamization. But they are still under their nose and under their government. Everything is happening. So somebody that is supporting or that is the main supporter or the main movement of something will not come out and be telling you that this is happening. So they'll be painting everything. Let it look as if there is nothing that is going on in Nigeria. But we thank God and glory be to God that the cry of the masses, it is getting to the ear of God. So that is why you see Donald Trump is doing every means to stop what is going on in Nigeria. And the government of Nigeria, they are not very happy with it. So I will allow you to watch the video to the end. As you're about to watch, like, subscribe, and make sure you share the video, go around. Let others see the things that is going on in Nigeria.
The United States of America soldiers are in Nigeria right now. They are in Nigerian soil. Yesterday, I saw the video when they were meeting with the National Security Advisor, having a joint meeting, giving joint speech about how they are going to work. Don't forget that Nuhu Ribadu some time ago traveled to the US, and I told you people exactly the signatures he put on files, because Trump is not a game player. Trump said something that he's going to do it. He said if the Nigeria government did not neutralize and stop the terrorists from killing Christians, that he is going to come into the country and do it by himself. Now, I like the smartness of Nuhu Ribadu and Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of Nigeria. They are very smart too. So, these people understand that they can't stop Trump. People may hate Trump, people might not like it, but you can't stop him from doing what he wants to do, because he knows what he's doing, actually. So because of that, you have to align with him. If you can't beat him, you join him. So the Nigerian government have to align with him. Now, there are some things that you deserve to know as someone who is living in Nigeria, and that is what I'm going to tell you in this video about the presence of the United States military. By all means, they want to stop this unreasonable killing of people in Nigeria, unreasonable killing of Christians, terrorists targeting people, killing different kind of people. They want to put a stop to it. But this thing is not going to be easy, because the United States of America knows that this is a global problem, but they have interest in Nigeria. What I want you to know in this video is that, number one, watch out. US is going to establish a military base very soon, not now. Very soon, US will establish a military base in Nigeria. That is the first thing that you are going to see. Just not next 6 months, maybe after next 6 months or time to come. But very soon, US is going to establish base in Nigeria. Now, the second thing you will know in this work that the United States soldiers are about to start doing is that they want to control the data. No more. They kidnapped 177 Christians in Kaduna. Police said it's not true. Tomorrow they say it's lie. Next tomorrow they say, oh, we are sorry, it's true. 100 people were killed in the church yesterday. No, it's a lie, it's not true. This ISIS said that they are going to kill Christians. Oh, it's not true. United States is about to put a stop to it. How? They want to start controlling the data of these terrorists. Everything happening, the killing, they want to track them, document them, record them. So they will now have the reliable source of information. Okay? That is number one. Because this is a major tool that so many Nigerian politicians and people who are sympathizing with these terrorists, who are Sharia activists, are doing, downplaying what is going on. That is the first thing the United States solve. Now, secondly, last 2 weeks I told you how they brought their drones and some military equipment. So I was wondering that who are going to operate those military equipment when they landed in Nigeria last 2 weeks. Remember I made that video. So I now understand that the American soldiers were coming, down to Nigeria. Now, another issue here that you want to understand, that people who are sponsoring terrorists, including people in Aso Rock, are jettering. This is because they present themselves to America, they present themselves to Trump, that yes, we need this problem to be solved. That yes, we are vulnerable to make sure we stop this problem. Hey, but the people who are sponsoring these terrorists are still in government. Many people are jettering right now. The third thing I want you to understand, that this is a very big trap to Nigeria. Remember again that I made a video when I said that Trump has trapped Nigeria with an unachievable condition to disarm terrorists. That was the condition, and they did not meet it. That is one of the reasons United States military have to come down to Nigeria. The issue here is this. Many people who are sponsoring terrorists, they are in trouble. And they will be compromised, no doubt about that. Remember when US wanted to, intervene with the issue of Chibok, though Barack Obama was somehow supporting these terrorists then. They want to remove Jonathan. So America under Barack Obama was so dangerous. And they did all sorts of things. And that is why today, when you hear people saying that any place America goes, they used to do what is not good, it's not that America proper. When you look at the Republican ideology, that is the ideology of the US. The Democrats, the left, are not the real people who have the ideology of the US. So everything the Democrats, especially Obama, did is not 100% right to say US. I think it's also good to say the Democrats, because the Republicans have totally different ideology from that of Democrats. Now, the people who are sponsoring these terrorists, the United States understood how this all this collaboration led to the leaking of information to the terrorists, why they were unable to, rescue the Chibok girls. The homeland was leaked to Boko Haram. Boko Haram, they were wearing oxygen masks when they wanted to put gas for everybody to sleep and take the gas. So you understand, United States understood all these things. But the problem here is that there will be saboteurs from the government. Remember Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, the National Security Council supposed to be #1 confidential meeting in any country. I mean a secret meeting, like that kind of Boni meeting now. They say secret society. National security meeting is like a secret society. But Sheikh Ahmed Gumi says someone called him from National Security meeting in Abuja that they are holding in Aso Rock, that he is one of the people being targeted as Boko Haram member. Look at how they leaked the national security details to Sheikh Ahmed Gumi. And that is to say, the whole terrorists got the information that is happening in Aso Rock because there is a terrorist there. There is a terrorist there who is loyal to them, who is working with them. Now, the issue here is this. There will be compromise. And that is where, see, Trump don't play game. Trump does not play game. When he said he's going to do this, don't like him, hate him, don't agree with him, no problem. But the man doesn't play game. When he said he's going to do this, he's going to do it. Don't ask him, how are you going to do it? Because he's going to do it. Don't ask him or argue. If Trump wants 10, Trump is going to tell you that he's going to do 100 or he wants 100. Then you will start negotiating to that 10 and he will have like 30. That man knows how to get what he wants. And there is an interest, you all know, that there is a plan to turn Nigeria into a terror stronghold. So they will never allow such thing to happen. And they have so many things on the table for them. Now, look at the main issue here. Why I told you from the beginning of the video that the United States of America, they knows the problem because it's a global problem. It's an Islamic extremist problem. It's a global problem. It is everywhere. While I was growing up as a child, I was born and brought up from a Catholic faith background. And from that childhood, we used to go to the church, to catechism, to learn, to live right. And one of the first things they used to teach you is the 10 Commandments of God. Listen, I'm not talking about religion here. I'm going to somewhere. This is all about security. So in that 10 Commandments, you start reading it from 1, I'm your God, your Lord, thou shalt not worship any other God. At a point, they said, thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. There is a reason why I'm pointing out these two things. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. But why they were teaching me, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, they were teaching another person how to kill me. That the person have a mandate to kill me as an infidel. The person I am living in the same country. Why my religion was teaching me thou shalt not kill, they were teaching the person how to kill me. This is the global problem here, and it's not going to work. America knows where they are going. Trump knows what he's doing. Trump understands that this is a global problem. I want you to ponder about what I just said now. I want you to ponder. I want you to think about what I'm saying right now. That while I was growing up, they were teaching me, thou shalt not kill. It's a sin against God. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. But they were teaching another person how to kill me. And you want me to stay in the same country with that person, meaning I am signing my death warrant. So many people watch my videos, but they don't know my concept and the way I reason. No, this is so dangerous, and you may not understand what I'm saying until it gets to you. That's why they were teaching me to make sure I never think about killing person, that I will never have such thought in my life, to make sure my life remain good and the society I am in will also remain good. They were also teaching people on how to kill me and conquer me. No, now I cannot comprehend this. So this is the situation I am talking about. Guess what? Let's be following this. Let's be tracking this. I will keep you updated everything that is going to happen.
I've served the military intelligence for the past 35 years. It has always been the case. Our problem is religion and social-cultural. I mean, people will expect me to come here and start talking about kinetics, about operation and so on. I've been an operational commander all my life. I've commanded warships, I've commanded troops, I've commanded men outside Nigeria and so on. But I'm not going to come to your station to discuss kinetics. The problem is not kinetics. In 2017, 2016, I'm always a member of the Security and Intelligence Brief at the Defense Headquarters. I said the center of gravity of Boko Haram and insurgency in Nigeria are the sponsors of that program. It was beyond us, because the job we need to do is kinetics. Fight, destroy places, resolve issues. Yep. But we cannot resolve issue of sponsors of Boko Haram that were in Buhari's government, that we know them.
When you say we, who?
I was in the military intelligence. Okay. And the defense headquarters staff that I work with, they know. And that was why we couldn't pursue that aspect that could have resolved that problem. Because you need to arrest people. And recently, 400 people were gathered as sponsors of Boko Haram. Why is it that the government has refused to try them? You remember this Boko Haram issue started since 2012. Yeah. And I was in the military intelligence that time. We arrested those people. It is my organization that actually conducts interrogation and interview. And they mention names. I mean, I can't come on the air and start mentioning names of people that are presently in government now that I know. Presently in government. That the boys that we arrested mentioned. Some of them are governors now. Some of them are in the Senate. Some of them are in Aso Rock. Why should a government try to cause this kind of embarrassment and insecurity to the sense of what happened yesterday. And the solution I gave them in 2017, because when I identified the center of gravity for general land shocking, and they couldn't pursue it, because some of them were ministers. And what I'm saying now, the Department of State Services are listening to me. They know them.
Yeah, you know, Commodore.
So the solution I gave them was that if we can't pursue the policy strategic level, because the people that we need to talk to are also, you know, going to be difficult to deal with. I said what they should do now is to conduct two things. We should buy blimps. The blimps are not UAVs. They are not drones. Blimps are equipment that can fly up to 10,000 feet, 30,000 feet, static if you want, mobile if you want, and they carry a lot of payload. We saw them in Afghanistan. We saw them in Kenya. This will be something that can give us real-time intelligence, and we can know where these bandits or terrorists, where they emanate from, when they finish operations that they've done, where they go back to.
Okay, well, let's
They did not buy this equipment up to. This government does not want to resolve this problem. They are escalating it because of tribal and religious sentiments.
So when you say this government does not want to resolve it, don't forget the same government has purchased. In fact, they're going to induct the Super Tucano jet because of, I mean, the insecurity situation. They have, the president has had to change guards, as it were, as a result of people's clamor. I imagine if that was not in the thinking, why would you go that length to make some of the, you know, some of the pronouncements, the meetings that have happened, the purchase, the change of guard and the rest? Why would they do all that if they don't want to sort this?
Because that is not the solution. What you just mentioned is not the solution. When you have a problem at policy level, strategic level, operational level, when you have a problem, what you need to do is to identify the center of gravity of that problem and attack it. That's what you do. What they are doing is not attacking the center of gravity of the problem of Boko Haram and insurgency. So if the president is buying Super Tucano, is changing service chiefs, that is not the solution. We are looking at the wrong side. It's not kinetic. It's politics.
Are you ruling out kinetic altogether?
I can't rule out kinetic because
so it's
a spectrum. It's a spectrum, you know, so you can't rule out something. But the center of gravity is what they should look at. And what is it? I'm saying it on this channel. It is the sponsor of Boko Haram and bandits.
And speaking about the sponsors, you know, when you say the DSS, and yeah, they could be listening to you, but so they profile, part of their responsibility is to profile all of these persons before they either vie for elections or before, excuse me, they are nominated for any of these positions. Doesn't that happen? Don't they get intel and say, look, this and this is what we found, and then we don't think that this should proceed further? Doesn't that happen?
It does. You know, when I worked with the DSS in 2007, because when Yaradua approved the operational order that we did, we now have to work together as a team. He actually forced all of us to sit down together and work together. I was surprised at the tremendous amount of information had by DSS. I was shocked. We in DI, I was in Defense Intelligence Agency, and when they were forced to bring out the files, I was shocked. They have so much information at DSS presently, as I'm talking about what I'm talking about. They have. But you see, if a fish is going to get spoiled, it's going to start getting spoiled from the head. The DSS will not do anything except the Commander-in-Chief's body language shows that this is the direction I want to go. That is where the problem is. The DSS has tremendous information. By the time 2023 is here and somebody take over and wants to undo some of this evil that I've seen in this country, you'll be surprised names that the DSS will bring out. They have the information. There's nothing I'm going to say here that they don't have. The defense headquarters have the solution for the kinetic aspect. They do. I'm not going to come here to advise them. I work with them, and they're still there. The chief of naval staff was in the intelligence with me. We were together in Defense Intelligence Agency. That's Vice Admiral Gambo. I know these people are good. They know what to do. It's not that they have problems. It has to do with politics, the sponsors, people that feel that this country should be Islamized.
You know, assuming but not conceding that, I mean, that all of this is the case. So what is the end game? Because I imagine as a strategist, that's what you think about too. So these things are happening. What is the end game? So why will this be allowed to fester? For what purpose?
The end game for them, because we did, normally when you want to look at this type of challenges, what you do is that you go through what we call the intelligence circle. Okay? When you do the processing and you do the analysis before dissemination point, you discover that the end game for them is to just turn this country into like a Taliban type of country. And it's a mindset. And anything goes. In other words, 10% casualties, 20% casualty is allowed in trying to achieve the end game of Islamizing this country.
That's for the terrorists, the bandits.
It's not for the terrorists and the bandits, for the sponsors. Because I told you, and I will repeat on this channel, the sponsors of Boko Haram and the bandits are the problems. And defense headquarters, the army headquarters, the naval headquarters, the air force cannot do anything about that. Buhari has to do something about that. The Interpol has the list of those people that are sponsoring Boko Haram. I work with Interpol. They should ask. If they don't know, they should ask. The government of Dubai, they have the list of those people. During the trial of those people that were caught, names were mentioned. They have the list. The government also told us that they've arrested 400 sponsors of Boko Haram. Why should a government not try those people and bring peace and harmony and safety to this nation?
Oh yes. Imagine the type of country we are living into. At the end, some people will come out and be saying a lot of things, sort of things, in the name of it is not true. It is not true. This man is a chief of army defense, so he has worked so much about military, he works so much about defense and the other things, and he's part of the government. Imagine somebody like this, prominent man like this, that work in the government and in many ways has come out to speak the truth. Imagine. So, meaning no matter whatever other people is doing, they are just doing it for doing sake. They know what's that. They know what is there. And then the same thing Mazam Kano was saying when he was talking about the issue of Islamization of Nigeria and how they want to turn Nigeria into Afghanistan. And the government, they are not seeing him as a big threat. And they went to Kenya to kidnap him back to Nigeria and sentenced him into life imprisonment. And the country, they are still moving as if nothing happened. It's a very big shame. It's a very big shame. It is not by force to live with a terrorist. And it is not by force to keep people in a bondage. If you want to be in a bondage and if you want to stay in a bondage forever, you can be in a bondage. If a man like this come out and be speaking the truth like this, imagine what else can the ordinary man be saying? It will look as if they don't know what is happening. They know what is happening in Nigeria. The government knows everything. The army knows everything. The DSS knows everything. And then have the sponsors of all those things. And then the American coming into Nigeria, they are just coming in a way that let it not look as if they abandoned the Christian in Nigeria. They did not do anything. So that is what is there. Well, we pray to God for God to help everybody as a Christianity living in the country, because the system of Nigeria today, their aim and their objective is to make sure that every zone, every angle become Islamized. And the same thing Mazin Amdekano was saying, the same thing he was saying. Then they now tag him as a terrorist and sentence him life imprisonment. Now, this man that is saying the whole thing, the truth, I'll be looking what will the government say, although they are the government. So let's watch and see the outcome of America and the US government in Nigeria. As I watch, like, subscribe, and make sure you share the video, go around. Let others see the thing that's going on in Nigeria. Thank you for watching.